Today, children, we are going to space. From my bookcase, I will find The Race to the Moon and Back. So I'm wearing my space hat, my alien hat, which looks a bit silly because I have to wear my glasses over it so that I can see the book. So this story is for younger children again, but again I think you will all enjoy it, and it's a space adventure. Are you sitting comfortably? Are you ready to take off? Are you ready to be excited by aliens? The race to the moon and back. Next door neighbours, Albert and Arthur. There's Albert and Arthur. Were as different as could be. Albert was neat, with a perfectly curled moustache and a spotless house. Arthur was messy, with a bushy beard and a cluttered house full of cobwebs. They had just one thing in common. Albert and Arthur were both inventors. One day, Albert heard a crash in next door's garden. Looking up, he saw Arthur wobbling on a rickety ladder next to a strange machine. "What on earth is that?" shouted Albert. "There is the strange machine." "It's a spaceship," replied Arthur. "I'm going to the moon." Albert laughed. "Ha! I bet I could get there first," he said. "No way," said Arthur. "I'll be much faster than you." They might have a race like that. "Let's have a race," said Albert with a grin. "First one to the moon and back is the best inventor." So they both went off to think. Albert crashed and clattered as he scrambled to build his own spaceship. "Mine's almost ready," he shouted, cramming his ship with everything he might need. Albert panicked and grabbed all of his best inventions. "I'll need my super sticky space glue," Albert heard Arthur say. Albert laughed. "Your glue is rubbish. I'm packing my marvellous melting machine." They were trying to get as much into their spaceships as possible. At last everything was ready. The ground shook, the spaceships roared. 3, 2, 1, blast off. Shh. With a blast of engines, Albert zoomed ahead. "Not so fast," yelled Arthur as he pulled a turbo boost lever and sped into the lead. Albert and Arthur raced neck and neck through the deep black sky and the twinkling stars. They were so busy racing that they didn't see the moon coming closer and closer and closer. There it is. Thud, clatter, smash. The spaceships landed on the moon. The doors of both rockets clanged open as Albert and Arthur tumbled out. "I told you my ship was best," said Albert. "It's not," argued Arthur. "I got here first." There they are, arguing. As they argued, neither noticed a dark shadow looming over them. A rumbling voice growled. Albert and Arthur stopped arguing. It was an alien. A huge green alien grabbed Arthur's spaceship. It sniffed it, then opened its mouth wide and took a huge bite. Crunch! Albert's legs started to shake. Arthur wanted to run away. "Yuck!" spat the alien and dropped the spaceship with a thud. It wants to eat the spaceships. Oh no! The alien snatched Albert's spaceship next and ate a mouthful of the roof. Yum, yum, it said, and then slithered away and sat down to eat. Oh no, exclaimed Albert, how are we going to get home? Don't ask me, said Arthur. This race was all your idea. You started it, argued Albert. If you hadn't built that silly rocket, we wouldn't be in this mess. Arthur was about to argue back when a loud snore made them both jump. The alien had finished eating and had fallen asleep. We haven't got time to argue, whispered Arthur. Albert nodded. You're right, he said. If we work together, I'm sure we can mend your spaceship and get home. I need my marvellous melting machine. There they are. At last they're going to work together. The top of the spaceship had been broken into lots of pieces and the door had been torn away. So Albert used his marvellous melting machine and Arthur found his super sticky space glue. They used the space glue to mend the door and fitted it to the gap with a clang. Next, Albert and Arthur hammered the pieces of the ship back together like a giant jigsaw puzzle. There they are, with all the little aliens watching. Suddenly, a loud growl shook the ground. They looked at the alien. It yawned. One eye flickered open. Quick, yelled Albert. The alien was wide awake and wriggling closer. Albert and Arthur scrambled into the spaceship and pulled the door shut with a clang. They quickly pressed the big red button and blast off! As they watched the alien disappear into the distance, Arthur said, Right, let's go home. Albert looked out into space. Why don't we explore another planet instead, he said. Arthur grinned. Yes, let's go on another adventure. He pulled the turbo lever and they zoomed towards the stars. Off they go in the rocket, away from the moon. And here, at the end of the book, is a picture of the rocket and how it was made. So that's the end of that story. And I expect there are more books about Albert and Arthur racing to different planets. Well, I hope you enjoyed that story today. And I think I will send this book to Miles because he likes space things and aliens. And maybe his mum and dad can read it to him, or his big sister Annabelle, who is very good at reading, I hear. So off we go. We're on our spaceship. We're in the solar system, looking at the stars. Goodbye, children.